I'm going to be using a router in my PHP for my project, and I need to set up my Apache configuration to forward requests appropriately. My plan for doing this is to use proxy pass match. Basically, any request that has /app/ will be directed to app.php in my web root. That's what this video is about. I have added that proxy pass match directive. However, I have not tested it yet. Right now, I'm going to explain how I intend for it to work. Proxy pass match. If the URI starts off with /app/ and then is followed by something, this is the URI portion of the URL. Then proxy that request to port 9000 on the machine, which is running fastCGI, and that PHP-FPM process manager will load the app.php file from my web root. Okay, I see a mistake right here. I'll fix it right now. Okay, so it'll take the request to app.php in my document root for my project. It'll follow it with a /, and then whatever portion was over here in the original URI, this part. I just restarted Apache so that the new configuration will take. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the script, which is called app.php, so that it shows a PHP info page, because that way I can learn exactly what I have to work with on the receiving end for the sake of rerouting requests within my app to the proper controller and method of my MVC setup. And there it is. I commented out what's in there and replaced it with the command php info. So let me load this. No, wait, don't load this page. All right, okay. Okay. So here is the domain name for my development environment. So the request is gonna be app. Okay, so that should do it. Let me just hit enter and cross my fingers. Wow, it worked. Okay. Now, what matters to our PHP routing within the app is going to be the variables that we have access to. What values do they have? So here I have the PHP variables. The first variable of interest is original script file name. I can see that basically this value is the exact value that was passed to the PHP-FPM manager. Yes, that entire thing. Well, I'm not sure about the $1 part yet. I'm gonna test that next. But at least this whole part, including the ending /, that showed up right here in original script file name. For script file name, it doesn't have the / afterwards. And it is aware of something called the original script name, which was what we passed over to Apache, and that was the /app/. For script file name, it's actually giving the full path in the file system to just the script name, which is app.php, without anything that we requested in the URL which followed the script name. Down here, it does also list PHP self as /app and script URL as /app. Now I'm going to try this request, but I'm going to pass what would normally be in an MVC URL, which is, let's say, a controller name, like let's say register, and then a method, let's say page. Okay, so let me load that and see what happens. All right, let's go down here to the bottom. Okay, PHP variables. So original script file name. Yes, that has what we want in it. Not only did it give us the / afterwards, it also gave us the 2 parameters which we need for our PHP routing, the controller name and the method. For path info, as a matter of fact, it even gives us those 2. This is path info. This is very useful. I think this is the portion I'm going to want to use. Instead of having to extract it from this, it already gives it to me. And then it says original script name. That's also very useful. That shows us what the original URI was. And request URI. Now down here for script file name, it still just gives us the name of the file that has the script in it without anything afterwards. And this includes the whole file path to that file. There's even a session ID. For script URI, this is actually what I refer to as the URL, not the URI, but it gives us the whole thing that we requested in the browser. For script URL, again, app-register.php, which is the same thing as up here, original script name. Okay, and PHP self, again, is the original URI, or what I refer to as the URI. There's a few other things I want to try. Like how about, okay, let's see if the status page still works. Okay, that works pretty nicely. Dashboard index. Okay, it works the same way it did before. Server status works. Well, let me go ahead. Yeah, even regular pages still work. Okay, so we got everything here working. The only thing that I'm not sure how it will work is how to debug in PHP Storm when I have this type of routing. But I'll worry about that later.